Ambassador Bush, sir.
All right.
Mr. President?
It's Bob Haldeman, George.
Robert?
Just a second.
Are you...
The President's coming on, and Bob Dole's here, too.
Yeah.
So
you got a second, or are you in with them?
No, they're on right now.
Mr. President?
Hello, George.
How are you, sir?
Well, both Bob and I think you're a damn fool to take the job, but on the other hand, he's talked it all over with me, and we feel that this is the best thing for the party, which is more important than any of us. So, Bob, I understand that's your view, right? We can.
Right, and our line is that they have Strauss from Texas, and ours would be that our Texan can beat their Texan. So
right.
I don't have to dance with Gene Westwood. Look at it that way.
Right. We'll give you something better than that. The other thing is that with regard to the announcement, what we thought we would do would fuzz it up a bit, like Bob and I have been talking about it, by simply saying that that he will go out and say that after our talk that he had gone out and canvassed the leaders of the Republican Party and found that they shared his view that there should be a full-time chairman now that the national campaign was over, and he found overwhelming support as the candidate was George Bush. He's then going on to say that, as a matter of fact, we had raised that subject when our first conversation at Camp David, and I said, well, I think it'd be great, except I think George will be reluctant to take it because we've already tentatively filled him out on doing a high position in the Treasury Department, and he is very interested in staying at the UN. I thought we'd put that in there.
I like that.
And then however, I told Bob, I said, you go take a swing at him, and I said, I'll try to help you at it, take a swing at it, see if we can get him to do it. And then Bob says he wanted to see you in New York, and that you talked to him, and that Bob should also say that I could talk to you too, and that after thorough consideration and so forth and so on, that you have decided that if the committee nominates you on the 19th, that you will accept. In the meantime, you will continue in your position at the UN through the session. Your successor will be announced in due time, and that you will, of course, take care of the transition situation, and Bob will stay on as national chairman through the inauguration, and of course will stay on as long as is deemed constructive for the purpose of developing the transition from the old committee to the new. He also is going to say that he has strongly recommended to the President and to you the need for far more coordination and working together of the National Committee and the Senate Campaign Committee and the House Campaign Committee and the search for candidates and so forth. He'd like to say that, and I think that's a good idea to start floating that out. What do you think?
I do, too.
Of course, it's what we all believe. And then I think if he says that, then when you start doing it, it isn't going to look as if you're just sort of starting something new that nobody else ever thought of.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I think that's fine. I have one. At this point, then, will there be any White House comment on this thing?
Well, the point is that Bob is going to be making his comment in Ziegler's office.
Yes, sir.
At the White House. And Ziegler, as a matter of fact, is sitting in the room at the present time listening to this conversation. He's not on the phone. And what Ziegler will say is that the President is delighted with the recommendation of that Senator Dole has made. He, of course, will say some very nice things about Senator Dole, and that Ambassador Bush will have the President's full support, or words to that effect. Does that sound all right?
Mm-hmm. That's fine. There's one issue that's going to be voted on here in 2 days, and if there could be just reference that the President feels that it's most important that Ambassador stay through the session, which was mentioned in
I'll mention that.
Saying it.
All right, fine.
Because that is...
And, all right, I'll have Ziegler say that, however, we're for that, that he strongly supports it.
Yeah.
But he will, Bob, as a matter of fact, did mention it, but that the President is asking Ambassador Bush to stay on at the UN through the conclusion of this session because of some important issues that are coming up.
Very important, that's right. Because
how's that sound?
Gail McGee's handling in 2 days. It's that 25% thing. It's critical to it.
And that that Ambassador Bush will stay on full-time at the UN until the session is completed. How's that sound?
I think that sounds good. And
when is the session completed?
Well, this session ends the 19th, and then there's a few odds and ends. But, I mean, we can...
But that you'll stay on full-time through the session until it is completed. And, of course, we'll stay on as ambassador until your successor is
confirmed by the Senate.
Confirmed by the Senate.
And the other would happen on UN December 19, right?
Right.
The other happens January 19, and we can work that out. And I would say that, I'll be hanging around in an advisory capacity for a few weeks until you get things worked out.
Might be a few years, Dole, to get that worked out.
Right.
Okay.
Well, that's fine, sir, and then I'm sure I'll be pressed here, but I'm going to stay.
And when you're pressed here, you should say, yes, you did discuss it with the chairman, you discussed it with the president, and with great reluctance in one sense. You leave. On the other hand, this is a great challenge. You want to undertake it. You particularly like the emphasis on the need to build, broaden the base of our party and for, the greatest candidate search in history. Okay.
And then all subject to approval of the National Committee kind of thing.
Yeah, and of course you're not going to assume you're chairman until the committee votes, but
you think it'd be all right to say, in fact, I'll have nothing to say of substance on this until it'd be presumptuous to start.
I think that might be a good line, right?
Yeah, you can say that you don't want to get into that. It says you wouldn't be presumptuous. You would go beyond that, except to indicate your general goal, because before the committee votes, they got to know what you think. Sure. Say, well, my general goal is this, but beyond getting at who's going to be this and what are you going to do for that and this, well, I can't get into that until I'm the chairman.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
All set.
Lots of luck.
All right.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Bye.